Hey everyone, welcome to this morning yoga class. All you'll need is yourself and something soft below you. This class is welcome to all levels, so when you're ready, join me on the mat and let's get started. Joining me in a seated position in the center of your mat. Legs are crossed underneath you. Lift those arms all the way up as you inhale. Lengthen, look up, reach up. And exhale, come down through prayer. Lifting and inhaling one more time. Taking in as much as you can. Feeling your spine lengthen from your tailbone to your crown here. And come back through center. Placing both hands over your heart. Closing down your eyes. Just taking a moment to center your mind here. To ground into the space. Setting your intention for this class to be present. To feel good and build strength in your mind and body. Take a deep inhale. Exhale. And slowly open up those eyes. Taking that right hand, placing it on the mat. Left arm extends all the way up and over. With this being the morning, you can keep a gentle movement here just to ease those muscles. It's always easier to stretch when you're a little bit warmed up. So if you are not, then just be gentle with yourself. Breathe. Stay here for one more moment. And come back to center. Switching sides, reach both arms up. Left arm extends all the way out. Right arm reaches all the way across. Make sure that you are grounding deeply into that right sit bone and lengthening through that side body. Keep those shoulders aligned. Chest is pressing open. Don't allow that upper body to fall forward. Stay here. Hold. Breathe. And come back to center. Reaching both arms up. You're going to extend forward. Make sure that you are folding from your hips and not your back. So reach as far forward as you can, keeping propped up on those fingertips. Extend all the way forward without allowing your back to deeply arch here. Tap into your body here. Quiet down your mind. Again, make sure that those sit bones are firmly planted onto the floor. Hold here for one breath. And slowly walk back to center. Just switching your legs so that the opposite foot is in front of the other. This one is a little uncomfortable for me because I'm not used to sitting like this. Reach those arms all the way back up and fold forward again. You're going to notice how each side is different, especially in the morning. It's always an interesting thing to see how your body has changed and what it's been up to throughout the night. So take it easy and just breathe wherever you are. Slowly walk those hands back to center and come onto all fours. Wrists are over your shoulders, knees are underneath your hips, legs are hip distance apart. We're going to move into some yoga waves. So pressing those hips forward and back. Opening up your body here. You'll notice any tension in those wrists start to activate and leave. Getting a little bit deeper into this movement with each time you move through. Pressing further back, further forward. Maybe coming down into that child's pose. Arching those shoulder blades back up. Maybe dropping those hips all the way down onto the floor. Releasing your head back. Press back. Move through this full movement 3 more times. Dropping those hips, firmly grounding your fingers here and your palms into the ground. Maybe tucking your chin as you come back. Pressing up through those shoulder blades as you come up. One last time. And meet me back in the center. All right, stepping that right foot forward, placing your leg on the mat here. Coming into your pigeon pose. Keep up on those fingertips. Arch all the way back. Release your head and neck. Keeping your fingertips exactly where they are. Bend those elbows. Fold forward. And back up. Keeping that wave movement here. Just allowing yourself to slowly open up those hip flexors. Moving through this 2 more times. Tapping into your breath here. And on your last one, stay on your forearms. You can come all the way down and rest your head onto the mat if it's within your practice. The closer that this foot is towards your midline, the easier this is going to be. So if you want to take it easy, then scooch it in. If you want to do a little bit more of a challenge, then you're going to straighten it out with the top of the mat. The further your shin is away from you, the harder it's going to be. Try to make sure that both hips are squared here and fold forward. Always staying wherever you are in your own practice. You don't ever have to follow what I'm doing. So if you're not there yet, then that's totally fine. Just be comfortable and allow yourself to be where you are. I'm going to stay here for one more breath. And come back up. Stepping that right leg back to meet your left. Switching legs. Left leg pulls through. Place that hip onto the floor. Press into those fingertips. Straighten those arms and arch back. Coming back to center and moving through those waves, bending those elbows, lowering your chest, and flow back up. Moving through this 3 more times. Your forehead is the last thing to touch that mat. Try to make this as ripply as possible, but that's not a word. Try to make this as wave-like as possible. Lengthen and straighten all the way up. Come back to neutral. Adjust your hips, either scooting that leg out or keeping it in towards your midline. Make sure that your hips are squared here and fold forward. Coming down onto your elbows or onto your forearms. Maybe keeping a gentle movement here. My left side's always a little bit tighter in the morning, so I'm just going to keep a little rock in my hips to help me get lower into that hip flexor. Hold here for one more breath. And come back up. All right, stepping that left leg back to meet your right, coming into your first downward dog. This one's always really tight in the morning. Straighten those legs. Try to reach those heels all the way down towards the mat and rise back up onto those toes. Just staying here with straight legs, lifting and dropping those heels. If you're like me, you tend to overextend your elbows, so make sure that they are not flailing out, but turning in towards one another. My elbow joints are a little bit more flexible, so I have to try to make sure that they're in alignment. All right, maybe adding in some movement in those knees, deeply bending one leg and then the other. If you're like me and you have really creaky old floors, then we can be friends. All right, and when you're ready, straighten those legs. Press your chest towards those feet. Straightening your entire back. Lengthen through those shoulder blades. Hold here. Keep those ears in alignment with your arms here. It's a little trick to keep your head in alignment with your spine. And release. Drop those knees down to the mat and flow through your chaturanga. Coming into baby cobra here, or lifting all the way up into your upward dog. That feels comfortable on your lower back. Squeezing those inner thighs together, those glutes. And press back into your downward dog. Stepping your right foot forward, firmly grounding that foot on the floor. Dropping that back left knee. And straightening your front leg. Flexing that foot. And rock forward, bending that front knee. Pressing those hips down towards the mat. And rock back. Same kind of thing here. We're just welcoming that wave movement into this lunge pose. Opening up the back of your hamstrings here. Mine are very tight, so that's always fun. Stay here for 3, 2, and last one. Sitting it back into that leg, extending that front leg. Just hold here. Make sure that your hips are in alignment. You should really feel a good stretch on the back of that entire leg. Keep a strong flex here. Coming back into your lunge. Heel toe that front foot all the way off the mat. Your toes are going to be off the mat. Your heel will still be on the mat. So You're going to take your right hand and press on the inside of that right knee, allowing that front foot to roll onto the outside of that foot. You should feel a really good stretch in your right inner thigh here. Just hold here. Always tapping into your breath to help you get through any sensations. Like I say in every single class, your breath is here to assist you. So whenever you're struggling with any type of sensation in your body, always tap into your breath to help relieve that stress. All right, you can either stay here, or for those of you who want to advance this stretch, you're going to ground that front foot back onto the floor. Torso reaches to the right, arm stretches to the back. You can hold here. Next level, bend that back leg and grab on to that foot. That heel towards your glute. This is a very opening pose, so be patient with yourself and hold wherever you are. Stay here for one more breath. Slowly release that back foot if you were there with me, and come back to center. Arms are both firmly down on the mat. Heel toe that front foot back to the center and step back into your downward dog. Holding here for a moment, just noticing how different your hips feel, with one being a little or a lot more open than the other. Come into your plank pose and move through your full chaturanga. Coming all the way up into that upward dog and press back into your downward dog. All right, doing all of that on the other side. Left foot steps forward, firmly grounding that foot into the floor. Back knee lowers down and straighten that front leg. Flex that foot and roll forward. Make sure that you are really being present with your body here, that you're leaving any outside thoughts or to-dos off of the mat when you step on here. Only thing that matters is you and your body. So deeply tap in to the sensations here. Moving through this 2 more times. Last one, hold here. Make sure those hips are square. Really flex that front leg. And come forward. Heel toeing that front foot to the side of the mat. Toes are off, heels are on the mat. Left arm reaches and presses on the inside of that left leg. Rolling onto the outside of your front foot here. Deeply pressing that hip open. You can allow your right hip to drop here a little bit more to get a little bit deeper. Again, staying here if this is as far as you want to go. If you want to go further, ground that front foot and reach back. Turn your torso to the left. Arm is straight. And if you want even more, bend that back knee. Hold on to that foot and pull that heel towards your glutes. You can twist that torso a little bit more here, do so. If you're shaky like I am, it's totally fine. Just know that falling out of any yoga pose, coming out of any yoga pose, shaking in any yoga pose is only a sign of you gaining more strength, more flexibility, more mobility. Hold here for one more breath. And release. Heel toeing that front foot back to the center and step back into your downward dog. All right, notice how your hips should feel a little bit more balanced here and really open. Reach that right leg all the way up, holding that leg up as high as you can. Slowly bend that top leg. Stack those hips, opening up even further. Hold. Right leg crosses over your left, dropping all the way down onto the floor. Sit those hips down. Center yourself here, firmly grounding all of your weight into your heel. And press all the way up. Lengthening through that body, opening up that chest. Hold. And release. Coming back to one-legged downward dog. And switch legs. Left leg reaches all the way up. Bend your knee. Stack those hips. And lower that left leg all the way down onto the floor. Lowering those hips. Centering yourself here. Taking a moment to gain your balance, your strength. And lift all the way up. Reaching that left arm all the way over. Hold. And come back down. Coming into your plank. Move through your chaturanga. Upward dog. And sit back into your child's pose. Taking a moment just to reset here, allowing your spine to neutralize. Take a deep breath. And release. Pressing up into all fours. Deeply bend those elbows. Chest falls down towards the mat. Lowering your belly onto the floor. Placing those hands at the top of the mat on either side and pressing into those fingertips. Lifting through your spine here, allowing your head to drop back and release down. Moving through this wave movement again in a different posture, pressing up and lowering back down. You should really start to feel your abs stretching here. Press up, lengthen, and fold forward. All right, chest is back onto the mat. Bend both of your legs. Hands reach back, firmly grabbing both of those feet. And press those feet into your hands. Lift those thighs off of the mat. Your feet are really the only thing that's doing all the work here because they are trying to press towards the back of the mat, but your hands are, of course, stopping them. So it's allowing your chest to open up here, your arms to lengthen. Lift those hips a little bit more if you can. If this is too much for you, then just do one side at a time. Come back down and hold on to one leg and try to press that heel towards your glute. If you want more, stay here with me, pressing those feet into your hands. Hold here, lift those hips a little bit more if you can. And release. Left arm reaches out, palm is facing the floor. Right leg bends and arches all the way over that left leg. Firmly placing that right leg on the ground. Your right arm is firmly grounded, pressing into the floor so that you can rock a little bit further into that shoulder. You should be feeling a release in that left shoulder here. And come back to center. Switching sides, right arm straightens, left arm is bent, left leg crosses over, firmly lowering that heel and foot onto the mat. Twisting as much as is comfortable for you. Feeling that right shoulder releasing. And come back to the center. Arms come into either side of your chest. Coming back into your child's pose. Hold here for a breath. Just releasing that lower back. Come back onto all fours and step those legs forward, sitting down onto the mat. Coming back to the center, ending this class the same way that we started. Crossing those legs underneath you, lift those arms, take a deep inhale, lengthen, notice how different your body feels. Exhale. One more time, deep inhale, reach up. And release down through prayer. Thank you guys so much for joining me for today's class, and I hope that you can feel a difference in your mind and body, and I wish the best for you and the rest of your day. I'll see you guys next time. Bye, guys. For those of you who are wanting to deepen your yoga practice, then join me in my 7-day Abundance Now manifestation course. All of the details are listed in the description below, so when you're ready to join me, I'll see you there.